Majora's Mask, I find, is a great game. Yeah, and the one thing that was a big part of it was the masks. So yeah, today I'm going to go through my top 10 Majora's Masks. Or the mask in Majora's Mask, whatever. Okay, so here's my top 10 favourites that I find they're probably original, useful, fun to have. Well, you know the drill. Number 10, Circus Leader's Mask. Well, wonder why it's on here. Well, if you wear it, they spit out tears, and yeah, you don't really see that good of emotion. And the Gorham brothers look really sad. So it really brings emotion into Majora's Mask. So yeah, that's why it's on it. Although it's practically really useless, unless you want to be an idiot with the mask. But anyway, on to number 9, which is the Blast Mask. Just press B and you do an explosion like a bomb. You can destroy stuff. Really good if you run out of bombs, but if you defend while doing it, then you don't get damage. Which really doesn't make any sense. But if you use it without shielding, then you get damage. So that's so it gets points down. Number 8, the Goron Mask. Well, Goron Mask is really fun. You get to roll around, going really fast, using up magic power. You're really strong. Then you can curl up a ball and do a pound. It's actually really quite fun. And it's really fun to do around the fields, because you're just going a gazillion miles an hour. But anyway, to number 7. Number 7, the Giant's Mask. The Giant's Mask can only be used in the Twin Mob battle, so that's why it has a few points down. But seriously, being a Giant Link is original. In the Zelda series, that is. No other battle can you be really giant. And I actually quite like it. It evens the odds out in the battle. It makes it much quicker. Much quicker than the Ferris D Mask. So yeah. The Twin Mob battle is just really fun. You're really giant. The only thing you use is your sword and shield, because that's the only thing they put with you. And you watch how teeny everything is. And you can't do any, you can't charge any attacks too. You can't charge a spin attack, really. And still, you just absolutely own the boss. I mean, you're probably just watching me just beat it up. But the Giant's Mask is turned just before the boss battle, and it's really only used in this battle. So that's why it gets points down. I really wish they could bring it back, and or I wish they just, had more places you could be giant. Put a really open space. I don't know, somewhere. But seriously, they should bring the Giant's Mask or something like it back. Because the Giant's Mask is really fun, but the only problem with it, the other problem is that it consumes magic. Unless you have Chi-Chu raw money, which you really wouldn't have much of a problem. But other than that, the mask is really good. I guess it may be just, a good finisher for all the temple bosses. And yeah, you have to exit a small link. I mean, you can basically cross all this area in like a really small amount of time, and here you just... It's really fast, assuming you can find the exits. We're down to number 6. Number 6, the Stone Mask. Stone Masks, basically, you don't get caught in Pirate's Fortress. You could mean, seriously, they think you're there, you can just chop them all up and they don't catch you. Although, I think it's kind of really dumb. You're just wearing a mask and yeah, they pretty much become really dumb. And yeah, it's really good for sneaking, especially in Pirate's Fortress, so that's why it's up on the list. Number 5, the Camaro's Mask. Camaro's Mask, though it's basically useless, it only gets one piece of heart, that's pretty much it. It basically has a good dance to it. It's really fun to do. I mean, seriously, it's just huge fun. But to number 4. The Great Fairy's Mask. Great Fairy Mask pretty much summons those fairies you can see to you. It shimmers when there's one in the room. And, yeah. And you can tell when one's in the room. And it's really good for finding those stray fairies. Because getting 15 gets you a reward when you return to the fairy fountain. Well, enough explanatory, but over to number 3. Mask of Truth. Mask of Truth is a really good one. You can see animals' forts. You can kind of cheat on the doggy racetrack, because you can know which ones are gonna most likely win and which ones definitely aren't. And you can read gossip stones and find out really interesting secrets. So yeah, it's a good mask to play around with. You'll find out really useful stuff, but on to number 2. Fierce Deity Mask. Fierce Deity Mask can only be used in boss rooms, and it's a reward for getting all the other masks and completing all the mini dungeons in the moon. Once you complete the game, yeah, basically you have the mask. You can use it in any boss room, even Majora, and it makes the bosses look like wimps. Well, most bosses, because Twin Mold takes forever to beat, seeing as you're so small compared to the giant Link. I mean, once you got a clear shot, they're pretty easy, and Majora just looks like a plain joke compared to using no mask at all. And does he sort of look like a tweezer or something? But yeah, and he can also shoot sword beams, which is when you Z target, but uses magic. Yeah, so the only downside is that you can only use it in boss rooms, but the bosses get absolutely destroyed. Good for people who like smashing bosses to death. And the good thing is you can do this over and over and over again, because you know the boss respawn when you play Song of Time. But over to my number 1 favourite, which will be in about 5 seconds. The Bunny Hood. Number 1 is the Bunny Hood. Why do I like the Bunny Hood? Because it makes you run fast. It's really fun to have around, because you know, it sort of speeds up your bit of progress and all that. And yeah, it increases your jumping distance, and it looks cute on Link. To be plainly honest, I just love it. It's a great thing. See you later. I hope you enjoy my list. If you have a list of your own, send a video response, or put in the comments. But for now, I shall see you later. Bye.